Hey everyone! We hear major announcements all the time, right? But have you ever stopped to really think about what makes them tick? Today, we're not going to focus on what the news is, but how it's delivered. We're going to take apart the anatomy of a breakthrough announcement, piece by piece.
A sentence like that, it just pulls you right in, doesn't it? Your first thought is, okay, what's the news? But we're going to hit pause on the what and really dig into the how. What are the building blocks that make an announcement feel this massive? This opening line is the perfect place to start. It just sets the stage with pure, raw excitement.
All right, so let's start taking this thing apart. You'll find that every great announcement really pivots on one single critical point where everything changes. Let's call it the breakthrough moment.
So what exactly is a breakthrough moment? Well, it's not some random flash of lightning out of a clear blue sky. Think of it more like crossing the finish line of a marathon. It's that precise point where all the unseen work, all the long-term dedication, finally pays off in a huge, tangible way.
And that idea of long-term dedication, it leads us perfectly into our next piece of the puzzle, the long road here. See, no breakthrough just happens in a vacuum. It's always built on a foundation of effort, and a good announcement makes that crystal clear.
Right after that initial burst of excitement, notice what happens. The announcement immediately grounds itself in history with a line like this. This isn't about some overnight success. It's a really deliberate move to frame the achievement as the result of sheer persistence over time.
And that journey, it usually unfolds in 3 key acts. It all starts with an initial vision, that little spark of an idea. Then comes the really hard part, the period of dedication, the grind, the unglamorous work. And finally, you get that final effort, the last big push that gets it over the line. Every single stage is absolutely essential.
Okay, so we've looked at the past. Now let's zoom in on the present, the turning point itself. This is where the announcement gives the achievement its scale, its weight, framing it as a massive step forward. You can almost think of this whole thing as a simple equation. On one side, you have the input, which the announcement keeps reminding us of, the effort. And all of that effort, all that input, leads directly to the other side of the equation, the reward, the huge payoff that makes that entire journey worth it. And here's that equation laid out perfectly. On the left, you see the investment, a long time, effort, dedication. And on the right, you get the return, a huge payoff, a massive step forward, a proud accomplishment. This simple structure creates this really powerful and honestly satisfying story of cause and effect. And this is where we find the emotional core of it all. This isn't just a logistical update, it's a genuine declaration of pride. The language they use, massive step forward and so proud, is what transforms this from a simple fact into a deeply personal milestone. But here's the thing about a true breakthrough. It's never really the end. Actually, it's the complete opposite. And that brings us to our final section. The new chapter begins. The announcement pivots incredibly fast from celebrating the past to outlining an exciting future. This line right here is absolutely pivotal. It completely reframes the entire achievement. It's not a conclusion anymore, it's a launch pad. The message is loud and clear. As big as this moment is, what's coming next is going to be even more exciting. And then the announcement lays out a clear path forward. It kicks off by declaring a new chapter. This, in turn, unlocks all these amazing opportunities, and the final destination, a brighter future. It's a sequence of just pure, forward-looking optimism. And the entire story culminates in this one definitive statement. It's not presented as a hopeful wish or a maybe, but as a confident conclusion. It's a really powerful statement that leaves absolutely no room for doubt. So there it is, the anatomy of a breakthrough. You honor the past, you celebrate the present, and you frame it all as the beginning of an even more promising future. But that leaves us with one last thought. If every achievement is just a doorway to the next challenge, then every breakthrough also asks a new question. What will this one be?